everybody, Rick with Playthrough Man channel. We are back with another episode of SnowRunner, continuing. Happy New Year, by the way. Hope everybody had a really safe one last night. We are going to pick up where we left off, right at the fuel station, and I got a couple things in mind for this. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so where we left off at the fuel station, we dropped off our 4 barrels, and those things, well, I mean, now it's done. So I think logistically what makes the most sense is to, well, we got to take the trailer back to the garage, and we'll do that. But I think from there, it's simpler to just make the shot down. Let me zoom in here. It's simpler to just make the shot down the garage, or down from the garage, then back down our... No, actually, let me take that back. Sorry. Rewind. All right, from here. Okay, so here we are at the fuel station where we dropped off our 4 barrels from the last run, the oil barrels, on threatening accident. So what we need to do is get this trailer back and get that sold off. To do that, we'll just take it simply back to the garage. I'll cut that part out for you so you don't have to watch that run. However, coming back from the garage, I think what we want to do is head down and grab the white, whatever that is, the white something or other. Dang it. I had it in my head, and now it's gone. Let's see, fixer-upper. White Western Star, there we go. God, it sucks getting old, you know, it really does. So we'll pick that guy up. We're going to try to drag him back, I guess this way. It gets really sticky when you make these turns, trying to make the turn with a truck in tow. And a lot of times you end up getting stuck here, and you end up getting stuck here. So, and just so you see what I'm talking about, trying to make this turn through the mud, and there's a whole crap ton of trees and everything that the trailer, or that the truck gets hung up on when you're dragging it. That tends to be a little bit of a problem. So we'll see how it goes. The other option is to, of course, drag it across the shoreline and then try to make it up this run. We definitely make this run no problem. But the same things are really present here. You've got really tight, narrow areas with the trees in the way, and of course we all know, there we go, this area is generally a point where you're going to get hung up too. But either way, I mean, I think that's certainly something that we're going to take care of in this episode. Now, once we've done that, then I think it's time to go and grab a scout, come back down the garage route, come down through here. And then I think we just need to focus on everything that's happening in this area. First off, we can grab that upgrade. Secondary to that, we can do find the antenna tower. And while doing that simultaneously, we can take care of Michigan Trail. Because, or Trial, I guess is what it is. As you can see, find the antenna puts us right next to Michigan Trail. Trial is the word. Which, again, is just bouncing back and forth across this center section, picking up little flags that you see along the way, and finishing that off. There's like 5 of them. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll take that trailer back, and we'll get that thing sold off, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, so we took the crane off the back of the Taiga here, and we sold off the trailer, sold it back. And now it's just a matter of getting down to that Western Star without ruining the truck. I seem to do that every time. Oh well. 14 points, not a huge thing in the overall scheme of things. Like I say, when you're going after the Western Star, you can either drag it out to the garage, get it in there and repair it, or you can drag stuff down to the repair site and go from there. We're going to drag it out. I think that's a whole lot simpler than making 2 or 3 trips. I think either way you're going to spend the same amount of time. So if, for example, if you fitted the van repair thing to the back of this and drove it into the woods here, then you would have 2 trips, because the van repair doesn't have enough, I believe, enough points in it to, wow, Thanks for grabbing out. Reach out and touch me. Appreciate that. The van kit does not have, the van add-on kit does not have the enough points, I believe, to complete the repair, so it ends up being a two-strand run. And in the amount of time it takes you to get back to the garage and drive back down, you can have this thing all but out and on the way back to the garage for just one simple run. So again, you know, play this the way you want to play it. It's your game. You paid for it. You might as well do what you want to do. This is just the fat guy telling you this is how he does it, okay? No right way, no wrong way. It's just that's the way it is. Now, we are coming up, as you might recall from the last episode, we're coming up on the back end of the Western Star. I'm going to have to get a little bit turned around here because I want to winch on the front of this thing. Now, it's just a simple fact that if you repair a vehicle before you tow it out, if it's damaged, then it's going to be able to help you along the way. What am I doing? My God. Yep. Anyway, it's going to help you along the way. It's going to push with you. It's going to run on its own to a certain extent, and it's just a bigger help. Without doing the repairs, you're going to face a little bit more of a challenge. And of course, I make things way harder than they need to be. So I have that challenge as well. Anyway, we got our winch on. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. I just want to get it a little bit closer so that we don't have this thing hanging out. I don't care about the smaller trees getting whacked, but that's just is what it is. So we'll do our 37-point turn. The patented playthrough man turn, I think I'm going to call that now. I would call it the Mrs. Playthrough man turn, but she has a whole lot more points than 37 when she makes turns like this. Oh, shot fired. She does. She'll tell you straight up. One of these times I will get her working on a playthrough. And, alright, how do we get out? There we go. You'll see what I mean. God love her. She tries really hard, and boy, she got a mouth like a sailor. I don't know where that came from, but probably me. But I don't have this mic in front of me. Oh, man. Whew. Make a pirate blush. Anyway. Let's see. We'll get around the turn here. And as we're going to continue to get that out of fuel message popping up. It's irritating, but with the engine, I think the engine on this is fouled up, and I think the gearbox is fouled up on their tire. Maybe it's the tires, but either way, it's to a point where even if we did put fuel in it, it's not going to run. So save your fuel, leave it in your truck. We'll just get through this mess. And I'm still debating. I hate when I'm in the middle of recording and I'm still debating as to how I'm going to handle something. I should just make a decision and stick with it, but I don't know if you've noticed, but a good 60% of this is made up on the fly. I sit down, I choose a couple of things to do. If they get done in an hour, great. If they get done in 12 minutes, then I'm in trouble because I haven't planned anything else out for the long run. Even though I've done these, I think we're just going to take the shoreline. I'm not comfortable trying to make the turns through there with this guy. I'm just not, man. And I took a look while I was in the garage area. I drove the Taiga in just to see, because we got promoted, I wanted to see if the mud tires were available. They are not available in any iteration until at least level 11. And we are 7, I believe, at this point. Or 8. 8. We just hit 8. So, no go there. He has his all-terrains on, and that just is what it is. Oh, and if I'm glad that didn't take. I took the overhead camera off because I didn't think it was really adding anything to these streams. where you could see my hands. And had I not turned that off and it was running for this episode, you would have seen me try to winch just then. I can't really winch because then I lose the truck, which becomes an even bigger challenge in the route that I just chose, because we are going to have to winch. So I don't know. I mean, decisions are what they are. You pick a route and go. That's really about the end of it. That's really about the end of it. Now, last night, just for reference, was actually the end of 2020. Thank God, New Year's Eve. Thank God 2020 is gone. It has just been absolute terror of a year for a lot of people, myself included. Although, honestly, there are folks that had it a lot worse off than myself. But regardless, 2020 was a really crappy year. It's over. We're moving on. But anyway, last night I was reading an article on SnowRunner, and it was a really good synopsis of the game. I'm going to put a link to that down in the video description. And I really suggest that you take and give that a read. It's fairly short. I mean, as far as internet articles go, we're not talking War and Peace here. I think it was a quick 3 or 4 minute read, and I really enjoyed reading it. So the author escapes my memory at the moment. Oh God. See, I'm gonna have to winch, and I hope this truck doesn't. I don't remember. Oh God, I hope this truck doesn't go rolling down like that. I'm gonna have to winch though. This is the area I was speaking about. Okay, good. It didn't go rolling back too far. All right, so I don't even think I need the winch right here. Now, one trick I tried the first time. I pulled my... I think I was using the Fleet Star on this. Boy, was that a mistake. It was the only truck I had at the time when I first did this. So I pulled my truck onto this tree, and I used this tree as leverage, okay? You can do that. The problem then becomes, once you get the Western Star to this point, it gets wedged on the tree, and you can no longer use... It becomes an obstacle to success as opposed to a tool for success. So it can be done. You kind of have to really fight the winch, though. The winch. Oh my God. See, I even said it correctly the first time. Let's see. No, I want that. Right. No wonder. All right. Lock that off. Oh, come on, come on, come on. What are you doing? Rolled right back down to... I don't know what was going on there. Obviously, the e-brake is not going to cooperate very well here. The driving is sucking today. What is going on? I did this route again with the Azov, and that was fun. Not. I think we're too far out. Yeah. Oh, man, this is such a challenge trying to get this guy up this way. Come on. Stop rolling. Oh my goodness. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Man, I don't know why I make these things harder than they need to be. It's so irritating. I think... I'm clearly not going to try high gear. High gear would just be an absolute mistake at this point. Auto's clearly not working. I lost all the momentum coming up the hill. Ay. You can see if I lock off there. Oh, all right. All right, I'm still within reach. Oh, God. Low. Now, as I mentioned, if you repair the truck, then it can be a little bit more assistance to you. At least, you know, don't repair it 100%, just repair it enough to get it running. I tend to repair it 100%, I'm an idiot, but... Okay, the magic here is I am pulling with the winch and driving in low. Oh, get up here, mama. Don't get hung up on the tree. You're hung up on the tree, aren't you? Don't get hung in the tree. Don't get hung in the tree. I can't really tell if it's around the tree or not. Looks like it might be. Alright, good news. We got it a lot further. Don't. Thank you. Don't roll down. Jeez, it sucks so bad. Alright, park and brake off. Let's get the climb on a little bit more. Attach winch. I really need to see if that's... dang it. Can I get a camera view? I can't. I'm 100% certain that it's tied up in that tree. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, frick. Alright. Dang it. So, the solution here, then, is to reverse out. Knock it back down the mountain. That's smart. Yep, good. Playing like a moron, as always. Good job. At least you're consistent. All right. Okay. So I'm going to take the winch and I'm going to hit the side of the truck here and try to swing that back end around that tree. At least in theory. Gosh darn it. I've tried it towing it backwards as well, towing the Taiga, or the Taiga tows it from the back end of the trailer, or the truck I mean, as opposed to the front end, and it gets hung up on the fuel tanks on this tree as well. So that's out. How are we doing on fuel? Not great. We'll live. That Scout fuel trailer is still at the watchtower. So at least I was smart enough to leave that in place. Alright, attach winch. Okay, good. Now we can try to swing it around. And then maybe just finish the drag out with it going backwards. I don't know. Not helpful. Attach winch. Back end. Can't connect to the back or the front. Yoy. Can I swing my back end around to be able to connect to the front? I don't know. Let's see. Probably not. Let's take a look. Attach winch. No. Alright, attach winch. Out with the middle of that guy. That's just making it worse. Oh, hey, there's an idea. Maybe. Get a little over-aggressive. Reverse. God, no, I'm hung up on that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Oh, all right, sweet. Go forward. Hope I didn't just re-stick him. I bet I re-stuck him on that tree. Oop. 34 gallons. Oh, you cannot be serious, man. Come on. All right. This is so frustrating. And of course, all I'm doing is completely tearing up the ground. All right, that spun me around a little bit more. Okay, good. Now, pull and drive. No. Wow. Oh, wow. I just restuck it. I just restuck it on that tree. All that work was for absolutely nothing. Just trying to think my way out of this mess I've created. All right, I'm going to refuel and come back and try this from a different angle. So give me just a minute. I'm going to refuel, come back down, clear my head a moment, and then I'll try a different approach. Okay, so I have gone with the brute force approach. It wasn't very good for my engine, but and it burned 9 gallons of fuel already. But we got her turned around anyway. So now I just need to disconnect and climb a little bit and hope that I can still connect up to the back end by the time I get to a secure position. And that's sort of been the idea all the way around. And I've got it to a point where it's not going to come in contact with that tree any longer. But as you can see, it's not exactly it's not exactly ideal at the moment trying to get up and over this hump. So let's drag him up a little bit. Whoop. Drag him up a little bit more. I mean, at least if we can get him moving, it's just a game of inches, you know? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it's going to cooperate at all. Primarily because it looks like we may be high-centered a little bit on these overhead rocks. So, that is just so unfortunate. I don't believe the Western Star is hung up on anything. I just think we can't get any traction. Something has occurred to me. Try the old Colorado rock 'em in the snow kind of thing here. that didn't help. All right, disconnect. Oh my goodness, I can't even get out of this mess. Don't tell me the Taiga's stuck. That's a virtual impossibility, man. Taiga never gets stuck. Come on. What are you doing? You're a powerhouse, man. Act like it. Alright, oh, gutted that tree. Oh no. No, 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 no. That is not the way to go. Jeez, all I'm doing is just digging out bigger holes. Oh, it's on a winch. Stupid. There we go. I highly doubt I can connect, but might be able to. Oh, wow. Boy, that was pure luck. Wait, what? Need some light on this thing. There we go. So back, and then that one. There. Thank you. What in the world? Why won't you attach? Why won't you? Attach winch. That's the point I want. I swear I'm hitting the X. Wow, it won't even let me do that. All right, I have another idea. I will be back in a minute. We're going to try it with a different truck. Okay, I don't know how smart this is going to be, but we brought the Kolob down. This is the unmodified Kolob. So we're just going to try to back down a little bit, hopefully. And maybe this guy can get the job done. He's got better tires. He's definitely got a stronger gearbox. He's attached now. He outweighs the White Star. Probably 2 to 1. Take the brake off. Got it in low. Let's put it in low 2. And now it's just a matter of monster trucking this thing out of here. He's definitely got a stronger winch too, which helps. But I'm not getting any traction. No! No, 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 no. I gotta keep it floored. Oh no. There we go. Low 1. Pull with the winch, all that's doing is pulling me back. That's weird. That's like that Western Star. It's just stuck on those rocks. And it really shouldn't be. It should be wanting to just climb right over those things. I do not get this. Once again, here we are in the middle of, and I'm getting frustrated, sorry. We're in the middle of doing something that I thought would be a very simple, get it handled, get it done thing. And by God, it is just turning out to be an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Wow. I don't even know where to go here. I don't even know where to go here. This is so bad. Diff lock on. Attach winch. I don't even know if that'll... See, I think it's jammed. Can I zoom down as far as I can go? Yeah, I guess so. I think it's jammed in those rocks, and it can't make the jump. It just can't make the jump. And those wheels aren't even turning. Why are the wheels not turning? Diff lock's on. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise, now the co-op's stuck. Oh my goodness. I'm getting no traction on those back tires, and the front tires aren't digging at all. Oh. All right, plan D. Am I on plan D? I guess I'm on plan D. Plan D. All right, a little damage on the way down here, but that's okay. I've got the Taiga back out, and it's got the van body add-on. This is really tippy, and I do not like using it, especially in here. But I'm beyond the point where I give a crap anymore about my own preferences. I've got to get this truck out of here and clear it out so I can at least get this episode done. It's very frustrating. So we're going to gingerly make our way down to the repair spot. Okay. So it's got a lot more repair than the big yellow thing. 800 points, and it's got 6 tires on it. So if we switch over to the White Western Star, you can see it is in horrendous shape. And what do you know? We got it done in one. Took all the tires. Everything there is repaired, so that's good. So, you know what? I just realized I've been on the wrong task this whole time, too. That was good. Let's start tracking that bad boy. There we go. So you have to... Again, you have to deliver it to the truck parking, which of course is the garage. It's right there. We do need to fuel it up, so we're going to take fuel from the Taiga now, and we're going to refuel the White Western Star. That will leave us just enough fuel to get back up to the... What are you doing? There we go. To get back up to the Scout fuel trailer, and then I don't know. I think we still have to drag it out, but with a little bit of help from this guy, then we should be able to. And that's another reason to help. Oh, good night. What the heck did I do? All right. So I'm going to drag my way up to the Scout fuel trailer now, and I will be back in just a bit. Okay, so here we are yet again. Just stop. My God, just stop. Thank you. All right. You'll notice changes on the Taiga. The van body is now gone. Thank God. That created more problems than the damn thing was worth. I got the coal. I got this thing ran out of gas. here, turned around the wrong way. I tried to bring in the call-out. The call-out flipped twice. I got up and walked away. No more! So I recovered. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. And now it's just a matter of continuing. So let's continue. Put her in low. Come on, you're fixed. You're fixed. Turn your wheel. Turn your wheel. Help me a little bit, will you? My God, just help me a little. You're just flat refusing, aren't you? Oh, oh, oh. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I'm going to employ a fast edit here. Holy Moses, we got it. We got through it. Unbelievable, man. Okay. This has been an absolute masterclass on how not to do this task. And I think that's what I'm going to call this. A masterclass in how not to do fixer-upper. That may be the title. I'll clean it up. I'll make it a little cleaner, but that's the gist. How far away are you from me? Okay, you're decent enough. I'm not even going to worry about fuel. God, do I really want to make that climb again? I don't think I do. We'll fight the mud again. And I think we're going to get less crap to deal with if I connect to the front of the White Western Star. So let's do that. Now that it's repaired, attach, rear, that one, drive. Force it. I swear to God, if you get hung up on this tree, I'm so gonna lose my mind. I will lose all control. If after all of that you get hung up on another tree, I will pop. I will totally lose my mind, man. Alright, low gear. Doesn't look like that's helping a whole lot either, is it? Well, at least we're out of the rocks. This will be a drag. This will definitely be a drag. But we'll get through it. Now, you don't know this. You can't see it, and I haven't put the pictures up. But off to my left, I have an old, what is that, about a 42-inch TV, something like that, that we no longer use, and I use that as a third monitor. I have one that I play the PlayStation on. I have one above that controls, that's where I keep OBS, and that's primarily the main monitor. And then I have the big large TV over here, which serves two purposes. One, I can flip over with our Fire Stick and watch a show or two while I'm waiting on something to edit, or render, I should say. Or it flips over and does dual purpose as a third monitor. And it's really useful. When you see me pop over, I'm looking at things like frame rate, I'm looking at things like temperature, RAM usage, stuff like that. The problem, and the whole reason I bring this up, is this TV is finally starting to let go. It's an LED, one of the original LEDs, and I noticed the other day that it was starting to get images burned into it. And that's a sheer sign that it's getting ready to let go. So, one of the things I set up while I was away and repairing things was I brought in another computer, an older one, but it's still okay, that will do rendering while I am tinkering around and doing other stuff. Before, I was only using this one machine, and we have another document server that we've used forever for pictures and goofy stuff like that. Well, now there's a third computer in here, and that's just strictly used for rendering. That's all it does. I edit the project on my main machine, and then I save it the project and drop it over through the server, or onto the server, and then on the rendering machine, I access the project through the server through the same program, and it does the rendering. So I guess what I'm getting at is, once this ordeal is done, my work is not over, because now that this large TV is crapping out, I have to figure out something else that can take its place, which means I have to pull something from another room over, or I have other monitors, but again, I'm old and I don't see real well past what's right in front of me. So, challenges galore today, the first day of 2021. Challenges. It's all right. I think it's just hangover from 20, the year that refuses to quit. Really bad year. So that's what I get to look forward to now. Inevitably, much like the way I play this game, inevitably, what will end up happening is I will find 5 or 6 other things that I should do while tinkering around, and instead of just simply replacing one for one, I will overthink it and overanalyze it and come up with the completely wrong thing to do, and then spend the rest of the day and possibly most of the evening implementing that overthought and over-engineered idea. So, yay. It's not just it's my life, guys. It's my life. Okay, this is what I do. I over do things. I don't know why. I've always been that way, and I will probably continue to be so, because I ain't getting anywhere near a point where I can make changes anymore. It is what I am. Now, I piss and moan about this, but the real thing is this. It's just is what it is. So I'm done yapping. I was just filling time there. Here is the fixer-upper. We have finally done it. Great, it's all yours. Thanks. Lovely. God dang, that sucked so bad. Oh, man. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was way worse than it needed to be. I fully intended to pick up a couple more things on this one, and it just imploded. The whole idea went south on me, obviously. So anyway, like I said, I got a whole bunch of other stuff to do today. I got to get a few things changed out. I got to get this thing edited, rendering, moving on. Boom, 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 boom. If you enjoyed what you saw, please drop a thumbs up on that. I know they're long, and I know that this game, again, it's not designed to be explosive. It's just not. It's a trudge. Okay, I told you that in the beginning. Here we are. Regardless, if you liked what you saw, thumbs up. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and if you think some things could be different. If you can sympathize with my frustration, there's a link in addition to the article. I looked over at my phone. In addition to the article I read, which is down below in the video description, there's also a link to the Playthrough Man channel on Facebook. Please pop over there, take a look at what content is online there. I might even put pictures up finally of this whole exaggerated mess that I have in front of me here. We'll see. I don't know. Again, I live by the seat of my pants, man. That's just what I do. Thanks for watching. Next time we're going to get a whole lot more accomplished. I promise you. We got a new truck to tinker with anyway. So let's catch you up on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.